All right. Welcome to the Listen Up YouTube channel. My name is Jordan Walters, and tomorrow night is Thursday Night Football. Now, tomorrow night is one of my two games that I had that's going to tell me everything I need to know about a team, and that team being the Chargers. Now, obviously, the Chargers are a team that has a lot of talent, but I need to see him against a really good team, of course, like the Chiefs. It's a divisional game, Thursday night at Arrowhead. And obviously the question is, can they overcome that noise, that stadium being away? Now, we talk about injuries being really like a key determinant to games sometimes. The Chargers have Keenan out and JC at questionable right now. I think he's going to be a game time decision. I think that's really going to affect them. We talk about JC. I'm pretty sure it's a ankle injury, and obviously, you need your ankles to play corner. And I don't think he'll be 100% tomorrow. Obviously, if he plays, but if he's out and Keenan's out, it's going to be a really tough task for the Chargers. Going on the other side for the Chiefs, they have their kicker out, Harrison Butker, and they have Trey Smith at questionable. Obviously, having your kicker out can affect a lot of things, and having your guard out can affect things as well, but I just don't think it's as impactful as having Keenan and JC out. That makes life tough for you when you have both sides, really players on both sides of the ball out, especially players that are like stars, that are big impact players. And man, oh man. We talk about the Chiefs. They have that high-flying offense, and Pat Mahomes, he was nothing short of being on fire last week. And, I think really they just need to keep going with that. And I think they will. Their defense played really well, forced fumbles, turned the ball over. But really it was Patrick Mahomes really, really putting the stake on the Arizona Cardinals, It's like the Chiefs, they didn't skip a beat. They lost Tyreek Hill, and then they got Sky Moore, and then they got Juju, and they thought, okay, let's throw this together and see what happens. And it worked last weekend. It worked. Mahomes, went out there and he made the players around him better, which is what great quarterbacks do. And then we go ahead and we look at the Chargers, right? And the Chargers, they won, but I feel like they skated by. They forced Carr to throw 3 picks. The defense played really, really well. And, but it just seems like the offense was just almost like you wanted to – it's like you had to keep pushing them to go, and they only put up 24 points, even when they forced Carr to make 3 turnovers, right? They forced Carr into throwing 3 picks, and, I wasn't highly impressed with the Chargers last weekend, but they won, and they won a tough game, and it was a grinded out game, I guess. And yeah, so I think for this next one, I'm going to talk about what each team has to do in order to win. For the Chiefs, it's all about airing the ball out. We talk about the Chiefs and we talk about Andy Reid's high flying offense and what they have at weapons, or for their weapons. It's okay, but Pat Mahomes can air it out. And they're very good at the play action. They're very good at rolling out Mahomes. And they're very good at setting up that deep shot. And so one of their goals that they need to have is to air it out. The second thing they need to do is go for it on 4th down. And a lot of this has to do with the fact that they don't have a kicker. They don't have a guy. They don't have Harrison Butker kicking the ball. I don't really know who their backup is, if they have a backup. But even with a backup, they're going to have to go for it on 4th down more often than not. So those are the 2 things that the Chiefs have to do. For the Chargers, now I'll give the Chargers this. They did a really good job at rushing Derek Carr. Derek Carr was in a frenzy, which is part of the reason why he threw 3 picks last week. He was just running for his life everywhere, and part of that had to do with Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack rushing from both sides. And that was their intended plan, right? In the offseason, when they signed Khalil Mack, it was, hey, we're going to take 2 guys, put them on both sides, and just go after the quarterback. And it worked. And it worked. Their defense really stalled the Raiders, and they won a close game once again, but they won, and a lot of that had to do with the defense. So one of their goals should be to rush Mahomes. Blitz, blitz, blitz. Get pressure on Mahomes. The other thing they need to do is utilize Mike Williams in one-on-one situations. He's a physical guy. He's big, a lot bigger than people think. And when you get him on that one-on-one, that island, he's going to have success all game. And those are the two things they need to do. He's got to get Mike Williams out there with Keenan being gone, and they got to be able to get that one-on-one ball out there. And Herbert is so accurate, he can do it. But, yeah, and I think I'll add an extra goal, actually. I think their third goal should be to utilize Austin Eckler in the screen game. Again, we go back to the Chiefs and the fact that they're really weird at corner. I think they're really young. And Austin Eckler is hard to take down. He's hard to stop in the open field. He's really strong. And you utilize him like in the pass game, he's going to do really good. So that should be the third goal, actually, for the Chargers, is to utilize Austin Eckler in both the run and the pass game, and especially in the screen game. Now, for my prediction, who will win? Well, this is going to be really tough because the Chargers are a great team. In fact, I think they're a top at least 7 team in the NFL, talent-wise. And they have so many guys, but then again, they have injuries. And these injuries, although they don't have a lot, they're critical injuries. They're big, big injuries, both at number 1 corner and number 1 wide receiver. And then, we look at the Chiefs, and they don't have as many injuries, and they played so well last weekend that it's just hard for me to pick the Chargers. So for my prediction and my score, I have 34-28 Chiefs. I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be a game that is going to be high scoring. I think there'll be a lot of yards on both sides of the football. And not only that, but man, it's going to be loud. Arrowhead Stadium is going to be loud. So, yeah, that's it for me. 34-28 Chiefs. I don't think they're going to run away with it. I think it's going to be super close. But, yeah, that's about it for me. Thank you for watching. See y'all around. Peace.